The difficult part about the shoot, and this is different for every cat, but cats are easily distracted. They're like 4-year-olds with some sort of degenerative brain disorder in a lot of ways. So you have to make sure that you're always flashing something shiny at them, otherwise they'll run away to the side, hide under things. You get your hands scratched up. That's why I always wear long sleeves during a shoot like this, is because you never quite know. These are independent creatures. These are wild beasts. And one has to remember that when you're shooting with them. It's never safe. Cat photography is one of, if not the most unsafe form of photography that there is.
I knew that when we are going to have an issue devoted solely to cats, that he would be the person to have shoot them. There's nobody else that can do his work with the felines. Well, here's someone that in our circles we have heard much about. Of course, there is the infamous incident where he lost his assistant.
The biggest surprise I faced was there was Mittens. Back in 2009, I believe, 2009 or so, for Cat Fancy. When I showed up, it was actually a Bengal tiger who had been recently rescued from a private collection where he was terribly mistreated. Of course, his demeanour, his personality was, you couldn't blame him, but it was not the most congenial I've ever dealt with. I lost 2 assistants that day. I lost a stylist. If you ever try to style the Bengal tiger, you'd realise it's actually quite difficult. So it's we lost some lives that day, but at the end of the day, I think Cat Fancy really had a great spread across pages 42 and 43. Just of this. It was a real treat getting to work with Leah. She's so new to the scene, she's so fresh, she's so recently been plucked from such a relative sense of obscurity that she hasn't had time to let fame really bring her down. We were talking before the shoot, and she was saying how interesting it was and how much fun it was to work with people like Paul Rudd and Will Ferrell and Steve Carell and the fat guy with the cowboy hat, because with those people, those are professionals. Those are some of the best actors in the country, in the world, in all of everything ever. And she got to work with them and learn. I think she learned a lot from them in only a short amount of time.
Leah is the new up-and-coming face of cat modeling. So recently she was an Anchorman 2 that is being shot right now. And I was just enamored with her work with Will Ferrell. She has a sense of comedy that you cannot find elsewhere. I am just really amazed by her posing skill as well. In a fashion magazine, you have to be able to know how to move, and she can move. She is the best, you know. I mean, she charges for it, so we know how much it costs to have her, and it was worth every penny.
It's about creating something that people can love, that they can identify with, and that brings out the best in themselves. I think that's what we should all strive for, especially as cat photographers.
Well, we are such a creative team and always working with amazing people, so I cannot tell you what is coming up down the ranks because it is too much stuff. But let me tell you this, that you think you have seen it before, you have not. If you have not seen it on Eide magazine, it did not exist. So we tried to have a preliminary shoot with cat models, with cats in jackets, and it failed. We had to cut the shoot. The cats in jackets is so stupid.